In this week's episode, I'm going to be taking a universal gauge cluster and modifying it to fit the dash and make it look like it might actually belong there. And I'm going to discuss all the problems that have occurred because of the methods in which I used.
This is for the gauges. I don't even know if it's going to work. Everything has to be fit, but it doesn't actually fit where I need it. Because I need it on top of the dash. I don't want to go underneath the dash. It doesn't fit. There's just no way it's going to work. So I want it on top of the dash. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to make this fit. I'm going to build a mold that should fill in the gaps and give it the lift that it needs to put it in the right place. But I also need to build mounts. So I've got these lovely little L brackets that I'm going to bend, and I will put into here using some JB weld, of course. Before I can do any of that, I have to prep this piece itself, and so I'm going to sand this all down and get it prepped for the dash to make a new piece. I'm going to use this to make the mold and then fill it, make it look nice with plastic filler. Yeah, hopefully. We have our first problem, and that is that the gauge doesn't fit, doesn't go in. So there's no way for that to fit.
I live right along the flight path of the Salt Lake Airport, so there's a plane that flies over about every 45 seconds. So if there's an airplane, I apologize for the audio.
Oh, no, this won't fit.
Now this did take a little bit of time to do all of this, but I think it was worth it.
All right, so I'm gonna cut this little section out. Wait, whoops, wrong side. You know what? I'm gonna cut this little section out for that one. I'll put this on the other side. I'm gonna use a Dremel tool to do that. And then we'll start sanding.
If you're going to do a project car, I recommend doing it with a friend. Having a friend there makes it more fun, and if you're going to record it, it gives you extra hands to do that.
Okay.
Doing it by yourself is a lot of extra work.
Now this is plastic, so
Using the Dremel to go through the plastic is quick and efficient, but it does present some problems.
okay, so that melts the plastic pretty good. Use a razor blade to just kind of clean up in there. Give this a sand. So this is like, I don't know, $20, $25 on Amazon. But it's, you know, everything, I've tried different things and none of them work. Everything that says universal, not universal, more like universal-ish. The only way to make it work is to modify it. Gotta get in all the nooks and crannies. You want to make sure that you do as good a job as you can on the sanding, because you want to be able to get that paint to stick. Now, these might not look clean, but they are. I'm gonna wipe this off.
So after I cleaned the dust off with a rag, I used gun wash and a paper towel to clean it off again, and then I go over it again with a tack cloth, but I don't show that here.
shake it up really good, and then we'll get that done.
So I was using expanding foam that's meant for insulation for cracks and gaps in housing. And that would give me the shape, the rough shape that I needed to use for the plastic body filler that I would eventually use.
And now we wait. A lot of waiting.
I mixed up the plastic body filler and started to apply it liberally. You can see that I'm not exactly trying to make it pretty on this first go around. After more sanding and cleaning, I was able to spray with primer and then start laying down the purple coat. So after adding a few layers of plastic body filler, a little bit of extra foam with more body filler, I was starting to get the shape that I wanted that molded around the dash the way that I wanted it to, but it took several layers and a lot of sanding. I did clean it off again with gun wash and a clean paper towel, and then used a tack cloth to clean it off before painting. At this point, most of the batteries on the cameras have died, and this one's about to. Alright, so I left off with working on this. I wasn't very far into it when cameras and stuff started dying, batteries started dying, cards were filling up. Eventually the upkeep on keeping cameras going takes away from the work that I'm trying to accomplish, so one of them has to sacrifice, and that's going to be the cameras. So I finished this up. It's not perfect, but it does look a lot better. It fits the car. It goes in. It's, take a look at that. Okay, so it fits in there nicely. It's got a proper mounting point now. It will mount to this piece right here. This piece will come out. That way when the windshield goes in, I can just set this back in. But I do need to take this out, mount that, put the gauges in, get everything rigged up so that all I gotta do is just kind of move it out of the way, put the windshield in. That will be for later. Right now I have to clean up this mess, which involves cleaning up these cameras because they are covered in dust. So I'll get started on that. While I was installing it the first time, I cracked the filler at the seam, so it does need some repair. I tried to cover it up with some black rubber coating that matches the dash. I'm still going to have to make some repairs. If you like this, come back for more poorly juxtaposed car content, as I release old and new episodes in no particular order. Alright, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I don't know if I'll have a video out next week. I am planning on working on the car and not getting much editing done. But I promise I will be back with another video soon. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. Feel free to leave comments in the comment section and let me know what I am doing right and what I'm doing wrong here.